we had a bunch of guys step up, you know.
I'm here for the 17 years, so look at on Vienna Vikings, Farco Raiders.
None of them.
Yeah, they're big programs for 40, 50 years.
Yeah. It's amazing how fast it's grown.
Yeah. We are here just only
And for you to
17 years.
Yeah, and for you to see that from the beginning until now, that's pretty amazing.
Lat temu, kiedy zaczynałem, no to trenowaliśmy w parku, uczyliśmy się z YouTube'a, a za doświadczonego trenera mieliśmy kolegę, który rozegrał już 2 sezony w trzeciej lidze niemieckiej czy drugiej. I w życiu bym nie marzył wtedy, że będę grał na takiej stadionie, jak dzisiaj tutaj mamy. Na stadionie, który specjalnie między innymi został przebudowany pod futbol amerykański z możliwością 14 000 kibiców. Mamy w drużynie zawodników, którzy byli w NFL, są, albo z naszej drużyny nawet trafili do NFL. Naszym trenerem jest trener z ogromnym doświadczeniem z pierwszej dywizji NCAA, co już w ogóle jest dla nas kosmosem w porównaniu do tego, co mieliśmy kiedyś. Mamy cały czas dostęp do fizjoterapeutów, mamy cały czas dostęp do siłowni, do boiska, kiedy tylko chcemy. Konsultacje z trenerami, jeździmy po całej Europie, nasze mecze są puszczane w telewizji. Naszym sponsorem jest najpotężniejszy producent wyrobów mięsnych, znany w całej Europie. Także no 17 lat temu nawet nie marzyłem o czymś takim, nie wiem, jak mogę to ubrać w słowa, żeby uzmysłowić, jak ogromny progres zrobiliśmy przez 17 lat, porównując do tego, że gramy dzisiaj przeciwko drużynom, które mają 40-50-letnie doświadczenie, a my potrafimy z nimi rywalizować i z nimi wygrywać. Gdzie u nas dopiero gra, można powiedzieć, druga generacja zawodników, a u nich już 5., 6. pokolenie.
Played in a few different places in Europe, and being able to come out to Poland for the first time and live here, it's been really cool. I mean, the old city is amazing. Rheineck's beautiful. Everything's really easy to get around and see everything. Go down to the facilities. The facilities are top notch, and being a Panther is really a blessing. You know, this whole series of events has been amazing for me.
Yeah, so wild ride this season, huh?
Yeah, exactly. I look forward to the future. You know, I think that there's a big future here, and I think that we're gonna have a lot of success. And like the team's already done well this year, and going into the playoffs, I'm just super excited, and I think that Poland's gonna continue to grow, you know, in the football scene.
Well, it happened one morning at coffee. My wife and I were having coffee, sitting in our home in Arizona, getting ready to go play golf, and I saw an ad online, and I asked my wife, "Do you want to go to Poland?" And she asked me why. I said, "They need a football coach." And her response was, "Well, send them your resume." So after 3 Zoom interviews and 2 years of retirement, I was back into coaching again.
Since the day I got here, it's the number one thing in our program. Do your job. Do your job. Okay, whatever that job is, get it done. And if you do, victory will take care of itself.
In the U.S., when you're playing college football, it's a full-time 24 hours a day, because you got to go to school, you have to go to practice, you have to go to lift, you have to go to physio, and you also still got to continue to do your homework and feed yourself. So, and playing over here in Europe, it's also very taxing. You have a lot to do, especially as an import player. You have a lot that's expected of you. For example, we'll wake up at 8 or 9, and then you make sure that you come in, you get to your meetings, you have to meet with the coaches to watch practice film. And then from there you go to the weight room, and then as a professional athlete, you're on your own with taking care of your body a lot of times. Thankfully, with the Wrocław Panthers, we have full-time physio, but not every place in Europe has that. So a lot of times when you're on your own, you got to really make sure that you're stretching, taking care of your body, doing physio ice, things like that. But like I said, everything's taken care of with the Wrocław Panthers. It's amazing. You just come in, do everything at the facility. We're usually at the facility from, like I said, 10 o'clock when we start meetings, go through physio, the weight room, everything like that. We might have an hour break or whatever to eat lunch, and then we'll come back and have meetings again before we go to practice, and then go through practice, and we usually finish up around 10:30 at night, and then you got to just take the tram, take public transportation, and you also get to experience the culture of living in Europe as well, and it's been an amazing experience, being able to live out my dream as a professional athlete. And the guys who take it serious are guys who can make careers out of this thing, and guys who make it more of a vacation probably won't do it for very long. And, you know, it's a benefit for teams to bring over an American because they take it serious. You can raise the level of the team and you can help be a positive influence and kind of help create that culture that you learned from the coaches and players that you've learned before you, playing in different places in the U.S. and help bring that culture over here and help build a winning culture.
Życie polskiego zawodnika trochę się różni od życia amerykańskiego importa w naszej drużynie. Ja wstaję już o 5:30 do pracy, do jednostki. O 6:00 budzę dzieci. Razem z narzeczoną zawozimy do przedszkola, do żłobka. O 7:00 zaczynam dzień biegiem 3 km na jednostce, co jest bardzo normalne w polskiej armii. Podejrzewam, że w innych tak samo. Pracę kończę o 15:30. Muszę odebrać dzieci. Żeby być na treningu, muszę dzieci zawieźć do moich rodziców. Trening zaczynamy o 18:00, także nie mam dużego pola manewru, ani za dużo czasu dla siebie. O 18:00 jestem już na Stadionie Olimpijskim i zaczynamy meetingi Panthers. W domku jestem 22:30, kładę się około 11:00 po przygotowaniu wszystkiego na następny dzień do pracy. I rano znowu o 5:30 do roboty. W związku z tym, że jesteśmy w NATO, jako polska armia razem z Amerykanami, mam bardzo dużo do czynienia z Amerykanami na jednostce, na poligonach, ale także na zawodach sportowych, na które często jeżdżę reprezentując moją jednostkę czy siły powietrzne. I kiedy widzą tylko gdzieś, jak idę w cywilnych rzeczach z logotypem Panthers Wrocław, dopytują, co to za logotyp, bo bardzo mocno kojarzący się z futbolem amerykańskim u nich. Zaraz pokazuję mi filmiki, zaraz pokazuję highlighty, jak to wygląda u nas w Polsce i są pod bardzo dużym wrażeniem i mocno zaskoczeni, że w ogóle coś takiego powstało w Europie, bo myśleli, że raczej futbol amerykański nie jest aż tak globalny i chyba to oni najbardziej sobie z tego sprawy nie zdają, jak futbol amerykański na świecie już się mocno rozwija w wielu państwach, także u nas w Polsce.
At first I didn't really know anything about football in Europe. I was a two-time Division II All-American, and then I had, you know, NFL endeavors. I got to have some, you know, I went to a rookie camp with the Chicago Bears. I had workouts with the Miami Dolphins. I went to some CFL camps up in Winnipeg. All those things didn't work out. And in the U.S., it's like if you don't make it in the NFL or the CFL, you just start working a typical job. So I just started working construction. I was doing personal training. And then that's when I first realized that there was football in Europe. I started looking more into it. And then I picked the best team that I could find. There's a big difference, you know, I mean, it's still football, but the people that play football in Europe, they love it. People are going to work full time, and they still put in the same amount of work that we put in as import players or professional athletes. Everybody treats it as a professional, and that's what I love about playing in Europe. You know, it's really cool. This is my 6th season in Europe, and I've been able to play in a few different places, some of the top organizations in Europe, and now that I'm with the Wrocław Panthers, it's really just been a blessing. The dynamic of the game here in Europe is very different, especially in the European League of Football and other leagues as well. There's usually import limits, you know, and rules against how many Americans you can have. So here in the ELF, you can have 4 Americans. So it's very critical that the national players, that the Polish players are really good. So balancing that dynamic as a coach and as an import player, you know, you're an import player not only to be a playmaker on the field, but you also have to help make the players around you better. And thankfully, with the Wrocław Panthers, they have a great culture already. The players are awesome. We have a bunch of warriors on the team. It's been really cool to kind of see how good some of these European players already are, and also see a lot of national players develop. You know, I've seen guys when I first came in 2018 who maybe it was their first time playing football, and you know, 6 years later, some of these guys are some of the best players in the league. The skill set that a lot of these guys already have. You know, we got big physical guys who love the game, and if you want to get better, you're gonna get better. And if you want to be good at the game, you're gonna do well because you know you have that will to get better and to continue to achieve success. So it's been really amazing coming out to Poland and just seeing the skill set that these guys already have.
Well, it's interesting. When I got here, everybody would tell me, well, this is how it's been done in Europe, and I'm not real good at listening to things like that. And so the biggest challenge was just to come in and to change and build a championship culture. And the great thing about it is, there's no hesitation from the ownership or from the players. And everybody was 100% bought in, and we're just excited about the direction we're taking the organization.
I've never been more proud of a team I get to coach than what you guys did on this field today. That was unbelievable. 60-minute grind, everything you had. Told you, leave it on the field with your teammates, and that feeling, okay, of everything you gave the entire time, exhausted on the field with your teammates, victorious. And you guys did it. Great job, man. Good job. Go! Panthers on 3. 1, 2, 3. Panthers!